ID. ID. ID.
All right. Welcome back. This is episode 9, Pod Deep on Sports. We got the crew in the house, Sid, Notorious RD, and this is the week 1 of the NFL. Let's kick this off on the college tip, fellas. Has Colorado done enough for their number 18th ranking? I'm coming your way, and what's your thoughts on that?
Have they done enough? I don't think nobody's done enough for any ranking so far.
Mm-hmm.
But they beat the teams that was in front of them. I don't think right now none of those teams are ranked. They 2-0. We will see. They got a couple of ranked opponents coming up on their schedule. To me, that's their litmus test. They see how they do against the ranked opponents a little bit later in the season.
What's your thoughts on this, Ed?
I think they did enough. TCU being a team that finished in the Final Four last year,
They were
being the runner-up champions. I know they did lose some people. TCU
a lot.
They lost a few of the big wigs. They still had a decent class. I think coming out the gate, I think they did enough to be ranked. They climbing up pretty fast though. And they look like Nebraska looked like they kind of gave them some trouble for a little bit there, but they might be a little overhyped, but I think they deserve to be ranked though.
What about you? What about you, RD? What you thinking?
Yeah, I concur with Sid. They've done enough. Just beating the number 17 team in the nation, that's gonna get you ranked. So they beat Nebraska. They struggled, but final score, they double digits. So yeah, because I think they were 22 going into that game. So they beat Nebraska. They climbed 4 spots. That's about right. I think the biggest thing for them, I think this week's game is going to be their biggest game because they got USC after this.
No.
So they got USC the next game after this.
I thought USC came 2 games later.
I think they got Oregon. I think they got Colorado.
Yeah, they got
Oregon, then USC.
Yeah.
Well, whoever it is, this can't be a letdown game for them.
Right. So with that being said, I agree they deserve a ranking. But with that being said, you guys think they're going 3-0 this weekend?
They should, man. They at home against Colorado State. In-state rivalries are always tough, but they should, man. They should. They way more talented than Colorado State. Way more.
I think Deion too know how to. I heard his motivational speech after the game, like we ain't do nothing but our job. Don't feed into what everybody's saying. We doing what we supposed to do. But I pose a question to you two. At the end of the year, the first 2 teams they played most likely won't be nowhere near the top 25. Do y'all still feel like they deserve that 18 ranking? I mean, the 2 teams that they beat is not going to help them in no way. They're going to be barely in the, as Rodgers say, the weed eater bowl.
So saying that, you're talking about national championship contention if you're talking about their opponents and what they're going to be at the end of the year. But even with that, it's about what they were when you beat them, when you played them. That's what it boils down to. Look, so man, if they were the number 17 team in the country when you played them, that's what matters. Right. Now, okay, yeah, they might have fell off, but when I played them, this is who they were, and I beat them. Yeah. So, but I think that's getting ahead of ourselves. I think just take it for what it is. They were a 111 program. They turned the whole entire roster over, so they weren't expected to do much. And now they got a chance to be 3-0. going into their biggest game against Oregon. So,
but you can't discount on the road against the team that was in the national title game.
Yeah.
On the road, out the rip.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge. 17 ranked, and you got it. That's just the big. That was just big time to come away.
If they would have lost, then all the pundits would have said, "See, they can't play with the big boys, but they won." So now the narrative is, well, they lost a lot of players from last year. You know what I'm saying? So they just moving the goalposts.
Well, this is just my thought on the whole. I'm playing devil advocate. TCU shouldn't have never been 17. They got 17 just off of last year. They lost a lot of key players.
Yeah, but you're going
Those win was good. I will give you that. But I don't know. To me, I think they should be right around 25 right now.
They beat a rival. They started off with a ranked team for their first game on the road. I think their 18th ranking is justified. You know, what I find funny is that their first game, their offense was clicking, but their defense was lacking. Second game, their offense struggled, but the defense got it going. You know what I'm saying? I think they're on the verge of having all cylinders click with the offense and the defense by the time they get ready to go against Colorado State or Oregon. You know what I'm saying? Because they're making adjustments. You know, they're making adjustments on both sides. You know what I'm saying? You can clearly see that from the offensive standpoint and from the defensive standpoint. You know, it's times where they'll let you in the game. It's times where they'll just, you know, step on the gas and just get physical and get fast with you on the offensive side and the defensive side of things. You know what I'm saying? They're very energetic. But I'm gonna pose the question that I posed last week. You guys think they win 6 games this season?
I think without a doubt they can win 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
I think without a doubt they'll get to 6 games. I think the over under at the beginning of the year was 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I think without a doubt they'll surpass the 4. But I answer your question. I think no doubt about it. I think it'll be a unsuccessful year based on how they started if they don't get to 6 wins. If they're not 500 and bowl eligible, it was a lost season, I think, because they off to such a good start.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying their success season has changed based off of these 2 wins?
Absolutely, because at the beginning, we just wanted to see them hang in there with TCU. We just said, hey, just don't get blown out, Dion. That's all we were saying. Don't get blown out. You got to show up to let you know you're for real. You get a dub, you're doing good. You're doing great.
But it's, you know, he's not thinking that way though.
Oh, I know.
You're right.
I know.
So 6 wins for him, he's going to say that's a disappointment.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So what you think the final record? You seen the schedule. How many ranked opponents he got left? 2 or 3?
3.
They got Oregon, they got USC, they got Utah.
Yeah, it's 3
The Pac-10,
to 4.
The Pac-10 is good this year.
Yeah.
Good. They are good.
So, do you think he has to still be one of them ranked teams for it to be successful?
Well, he already beat one.
That's on the schedule.
He already beat one at TCU.
They talk about one of them ranked teams that's left on his schedule. Do he still have to beat one of them?
I'm gonna say no. And I don't know. Don't poo-poo TCU now, man. They put up 30-something points. They was balling
on their defense.
42.
Yeah, they put up 40-something points. So they ain't no slouch.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that I'm gonna tell you, Dion recruits are like his skill players are like Alabama like. Them boys can play. Like they got skill. The DBs, the receivers, the running back, the QB, they all got ball skills. They all got really good skills. They got like the kids that go to the big time school. They got the same skills they got.
Mm-hmm.
They just lack up front. They don't got no hogs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't got 300-pound linemen and and DNs that's 6'6", 280 that can get off the line real bit. That's what they ain't got. But skill positions, they tit for tat. They ran circles around TCU. They tit for tat.
And to your point, said, I think with a successful season, they're going to get those type of players coming.
Yeah, it takes to get them big boys. It takes a minute.
Yeah,
It takes a minute.
it
Takes a minute.
It do, because what he was posing is, do you believe? I know it's only 2 games. We're going into the 3rd week. He got me believing. he got me believing, like flat out. Like, I knew his son can ball from Jackson State, watching it on YouTube. But man, he really put up some numbers. You know what I'm saying? He really put up some numbers, and he showed resiliency coming back last week. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was thinking up the joint. You know what I'm saying? Against Nebraska, really put Nebraska back into the game, but they got that shit clicking though. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I tell you, I wasn't a believer on his son. I thought he was just. I just thought he was Deion's son, and he got the job. He got the job because he's Deion's son. So I'm the first one to admit I did not know that cat was that good. I did not know.
I will hold that he didn't play it against 2 paper machete defenses.
Dude,
I will hold that thought before I'm ready to just ordain him that the next dude like that. He played against 2 paper machete defenses.
I ain't saying he's the next dude. I'm saying he's a true 5-star. He can play an NFL quarterback. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he Caleb Williams, but I'm saying he good. He good. I thought he was gonna be okay, but he's really good. He's really good, man.
He threw a good ball.
I watched both games, start to finish, both games.
Yeah. He got good deep perception on when he throw the ball. He throw good strong short passes. He throw good short middle range passes. You know what I'm saying? He don't take stupid sacks.
So how much you said they skill players are top notch.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How much of that was him just getting the ball to their skill players and they getting the yards?
I mean, that's every quarterback though. Look at Alabama. Look at all.
No, I'm not just talking about, like, is he really making them throws, them reads on 3rd down when you got to stick that throw to get that first? Is he making them throws?
Yes,
he is.
Yes,
he is.
And he making passes on 4th down, and they go for it a lot.
He got touch. He got a deep ball. I mean, he the real deal. I didn't think so, man. He the real deal.
Let me see him against a deep. Oregon normally have a decent defense. When I see him against one of them top defenses, then I'll make my judgment. Against paper machete 1 and 2, he did. He's above average. He's not just anybody, but that was against 2 bad defenses.
So where did Caleb Williams come from?
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma.
And what's in the Big 12? Paper machete defenses, and he built his rep before he got to USC off of what he did. I mean, that's why he came. That's why Lincoln Riley brought him. You know what I'm saying? So, Shedeur, like said, I was skeptical as to, is he really that good? But just based off these 2 games, he has the skill set to be an NFL quarterback.
Yep, 100%.
To me, it's hard for me to say that he's still playing the same competition he was playing at Jackson State.
No, that's not true.
No, I'm just saying the defense. To me, I want to see it against when they go against them ranked teams and going against them kind of defenses. It's going to be a little bit. I want to see him shine during those games.
Look, I'm going to tell you, the only way you're going to beat them is you slow the ball down and you just run it. You just run the ball 3 yards, 4 yards, just pound them.
Keep the offense on the side.
Offense off the field.
Yeah.
Just pound the hell out of them. That's what I would do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but they in a division or a conference that's super high flying. Like USC can't pound, Oregon can't pound. Utah can't pound. These all high flying offenses. Shit, that's and you playing with fire. You know, you score quick, we score quick.
Right.
So.
I like that he's not perfect. I like that he's not perfect. Sometimes he hold the ball too long.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he overthrow, but then he'll get it back. You know, he just shows his resilience. I like that. You know, I like that about the young kid.
That's one thing he'll do. He'll hold the ball and take a sack in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's just steady looking for the play. He's steady looking for the play.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll take some sacks. He takes some bad sacks.
Yeah. All right, let's switch gears here. Let's
hold up before we switch.
Okay.
Before we switch, the Pac-12 currently has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So counting Colorado, 7, 8. The Pac-12 has 8 teams ranked in the top 25 currently.
That's tough.
Powerhouse. Did TCU fall all the way out?
Yeah.
I think they're 20. Are they
Nah,
not?
they out.
Really? Huh.
Yeah. So yeah, they got 8 teams in the top 25 right now.
Man, that's tough.
And shit, Colorado gonna play like 4 or 5 of them motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They got Utah, they got Oregon, they got USC. I didn't know Oregon State. Oregon State's number 16.
Yep.
Washington State number 23.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't gonna be easy.
Well, so he got get after 6 weeks. If we had the same conversation, if he's still balling like that after 6 weeks, then I give it to you. For me, it's nothing he could have did in 2 games to make me still feel any different than I felt when he left Jackson State.
Have you watched him? Have you seen him?
Yeah.
Or are you looking at highlights?
I watched all the first game and half of the second game.
All right, cool. All right. That's fair then.
Okay.
Add judge of talent.
All right, we're switching gears. Let's get to the NFL. Let's start off with Monday's night game with the Buffalo and New York Jets. Hey, do y'all feel like the Jets overshot themselves with betting the house on A.Rodgers? Do you think they're in trouble?
I go first.
Go ahead.
They had to overshoot to get somebody with credibility in there. It just didn't work out. He played 4 downs and got hurt.
Man,
that's
the no one can predict he gonna turn Achilles, maybe end his career. For me, if I'm the Jets, I'm pushing all of them in the middle some more. If I can go get me a quarterback, the only quarterback that I would think worth getting would be Stafford, the Rams quarterback.
Man, I've heard that a few times from a few different people today.
crazy. We came around.
They don't. Stafford will come in. He'll win a Super Bowl for him, but I don't think we'll give him away unless they send a Southside with some motherfucking body. I don't know why we would do it. I don't know.
A first round pick?
Yeah, but you don't want their first round pick. They're gonna win a Super Bowl. What I'm gonna do with a third? What I'm gonna do with a second? That's a second round pick.
But you trade Stafford, and now you're in the running for that number 1 pick.
Yeah,
that's
and
true.
you get Caleb Williams potentially.
That's true, man. I just don't know how that'll play with the rest of the team, especially after you win the first game. But about that Rodgers, man, I never like. I don't like the Jets. I don't got no feelings for the Jets, man. But I just felt bad. I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? You want to see good football. You want to see, the Jets come up, and that just, man, this is a kick in the fucking gut, boy, out the gate. I mean, out the gate.
I wasn't buying it, healthy or not. I wasn't buying the Jets.
You don't think they did good, all right?
Yeah, I mean they got some players on. They got some players on defense.
And they got some players on offense. Rodgers was going to be the one that brought it together.
You think you say that, but I would definitely have bet the house against them doing anything because I don't trust him. I don't trust him, and it wasn't like he was devoid of talent in Green Bay. Like, okay, he left Green Bay because they didn't have talent, because they did have talent.
They did.
They had young offense, young wide receiver talent. They got a good backfield. They just tired of his bullshit, and they should have been.
Yeah.
So I wasn't high on the Jets doing anything anyway, but what about the Bills though? Them some fraud. They're frauds, man. That Josh Allen, he's a fraud. It said, what did we call Chris Webber?
Big Wolf? No, he wasn't the Big Wolf.
No. We called him the
starts with a C.
What did we call his ass? I guess on the tip of my tongue.
We called him the cancer.
The cancer, yep. The cancer, yep.
Why y'all call him the cancer?
That's Stephon Diggs.
Really?
Nah.
Stephon Diggs is a cancer. I'm telling you. He gonna unravel this thing.
How was Weber a cancer?
He just never won. He just was there.
Everywhere he went, it didn't work.
It never worked with Chris Webber. He was always the stat machine, probably the best player on every team. Never worked from college all the way through the pros. Just never worked. That's how he got the cancer.
It worked in Sacramento. It worked. It worked.
They didn't get to They didn't get to a chip. They didn't get to the championship. They didn't get to the finals.
I mean,
but Stephon Diggs, he's gonna unravel this team.
He got every right to unravel the team, man. He is a good receiver, and they have a top receiver that just they overpaid him, man.
They didn't overpay him. I think he get into his own head and he trying to do too much. He taking too many chances. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Every other quarterback worked to get to that big payday. He got his money out the gate. I
mean, he making that look like a genius, though.
Even on a bad day, he came down on that last drive and made throws.
Man, he had 4 fucking turnovers. Like the Jets really, if he had managed if he managed those possessions, the Jets would have lost that game. They won because of him. He just
crazy. He just play out of control, man. Like when he picked up that ball, it ran right into the line, man. I'm like, this dude a clown. I'm like, man.
Yeah. I mean, because you got to understand, for the Jets fan, when Rodgers went down, it took the life out the game.
They should have just walked over.
The stadium was just
should have walked right over. Shouldn't even been close. And if you don't make 4 turnovers, game like that.
But to me, it's fundamental. Like it's the organization for me, because they can't run the ball for the last 4 years. Don't matter. Well, they don't actually try to run the ball.
Nah, they don't. They believe
he almost their best running back.
Yeah, they just let him, do quarterback, draws or whatever. So they don't run the ball. So he dropped. So that means he dropping back 50 times. Stephon Diggs is it. That's all you got. And if you don't feed him enough, now he pissed off. So yeah, it's they fumble they chance at getting to a Super Bowl. They've had the talent, had the opportunity, but it's that window closed now for me.
I agree.
I don't know, because sometimes they could be the Achilles heels to Kansas City. Like Kansas City,
not no more.
Kansas City don't play them that well. Like
they don't play Cincinnati well.
Well, I mean, they beat Cincinnati last year, but shit, when I put all my chips on them, they won.
That was the first time they beat him in 4 tries.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I'm gonna just put it like this. They still got him regarded as one of them top young quarterbacks with Herbert. Who you would rather have, him or Herbert?
I put
Herbert.
Herbert.
Who would you rather have, him or Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson.
Neither.
I'd rather have him over Lamar right now because he could.
I'd rather have neither because
he got a better pass.
Lamar, he better enjoy this because he enjoy. I hope he got all the money that he was looking for, because that nigga is never gonna do shit again.
He raised a lot of hell.
Him or Jalen Hurts?
A lot of hell.
Jalen Hurts.
Who or Jalen Hurts? Man, look.
I'd rather have Jalen Hurts.
I mean, when you look about it, it's only about 4 or 5 quarterbacks you taking over him.
Wait a minute.
Josh
over
Allen.
who? Over who? Josh Allen?
Nah.
Or Allen.
Nah. Nah.
After you get to about 5,
I'm on.
That's about it.
I mean, I know it's still early, but I would rather have Jalen Hurts over him, based on the fact that I know Jalen Hurts ain't gonna do nothing stupid.
So, well, here, let me ask this question then: Kirk Cousins or Josh Allen?
Kirk Cousins.
Hell no.
Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins or Josh Allen?
They the same. Neither one of them has motherfucking accomplished anything. Like Kirk Cousins has put up good seasons, if not great seasons,
mm-hmm.
and they flame out in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. I ain't saying Kirk bad.
Besides that 1 year when they played Kansas City and lost, with 13 seconds left. Mm-hmm. Besides that, Josh Allen has been trash in the playoffs. He's been trash.
And they've always had to come from behind.
Playoffs is different, man. Playoffs is different. Yeah. But do you know Josh Allen is 37-12? Like, he's won 37 football games. That's a hell of a record. 37-12. That's a hell of a record.
Lamar has won 74% of his games.
Yeah, I say Lamar top quarterback. I say you're at top 5 now.
But what I'm just trying to tell you, after 5 quarterbacks, it's hard to name another one you would take over Josh Allen.
I don't personally see Josh Allen as a winner like that. That's me personally. I don't see him as a winner.
You ain't got to see it, but if you won 37 and lost 12, shit, you 70, almost 70% win.
I don't see him as a winner. Like, I don't trust him.
But if you get it, but you win that 37-12 in the regular season, but you've given it away 4 or 5 times and doing that crazy shit in the playoffs, I mean, they tied to him, obviously.
Here you go. Here you go. Apples to apples. Him or Dak?
With the right coaching, I'll go with Dak.
Allen.
I mean, Josh Allen is more talented than Dak. I think that's kind of his talent is shit. There's nobody more talented than him.
Right. Right.
Other than Mahomes. There's nobody more talented than him.
Agree.
But when you're talking about harnessing that talent and playing properly on the field, like he got a disconnect because that motherfucker trying to dive over motherfuckers. It's fucking, it's 15 yards to the first down, and he trying to hurdle something like he got
gonna sit your ass down. But you heard it here first. I like Hurts. I ain't hating. I like Hurts. But Hurts really has a tough schedule this year. They have a first place schedule this year. Last reserve, I know he got his bag, he got his ranking, but let's see what he ends up at the end of this year.
I don't believe in their
defense. The second year he did it though.
This is the first year he's playing a first place schedule. Last year he had a last place schedule. Mm-hmm. This year, he has a first place schedule. It's a big difference.
They had a last place schedule?
Not a last place, but it was
because they made the playoffs the previous year.
Right, I thought they did too.
They might have had.
Tampa Bay beat them in the first round.
They might have had one of those schedules where they played a
like 2 or 3,
played a
like in
league,
the middle.
played a division that wasn't that good.
Yeah.
When you the first place team, you got all the division winners. So
And then the team they played may be like the Central or something. He going against all lining up to where it's going to be a tough schedule.
Yeah, so he got a tough schedule and he got the Cowboys. So while I'm saying I think he might be there, I ain't 100% there yet with him because this first game, I was like, whoa, this first.
I think this first week the shabby play is due to 3 preseason games.
Okay.
But I don't think the issue is with Hurst. The issue is with Philadelphia's defense. Philadelphia defense is suspect. They like borderline to me. They lost the Super Bowl because of that.
They got a squad, man. That defense loaded. It's loaded everywhere.
From time to time, they don't produce a lot of sacks. They'll get after you.
I agree, but they got a good front 4. They got decent linebackers. They got a good secondary. I mean, they got a good squad, man. That team should be right there with the Niners. And they ain't look like the Niners week 1.
You got to remember.
But can we chalk some of that up? I'm sorry, Squeak.
Go ahead.
But can we chalk some of that up to going against Belichick?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's what they saying.
And New England ain't bad.
Offensively,
New England got a good New England has a good defense.
No, but offensively, are they good?
No. We're talking about as far as Jalen Hurts not looking particularly well. It's based on a Belichick defense.
And you like Belichick had all that time to plan against them. I can see that, but
was an inclement weather? No, was an inclement weather?
Yeah, that's the one I think they had a rainstorm.
It was a couple games had rainstorm.
So because I know Cleveland and Cincinnati had rain.
Yeah, they had rain.
So we'll see. I think we'll see. I mean, I ain't the biggest fan. I mean, I don't know about paying that nigga whatever they gave. Right. I don't know about that, but I really trust him because he's a grown up and he's a leader.
I like him a lot.
So you say he ain't gonna be top 10?
Well, top 10 is so
fantasy points. Top 10 quarterback.
Well, he gonna score so many touchdowns because for some reason they can't score touchdowns. They gotta get it all the way to the 1 and then just sneak it. So he'll fantasy, he'll be different. He's different. But I'm telling you, I test, he won't be top 6 quarterbacks just on eye test. I'm telling y'all, y'all would say y'all be able to name 6 quarterbacks better than him at the end of the year.
Well, coming from the AFC shit, that's likely, but from the NFC,
I'm gonna even say this: he won't be top 2 in the NFC. I'm gonna say that.
I don't know about that.
He won't be top 2.
I mean, shit. Who is it?
Who is the competition?
You don't know yet. Purdy might be better than him at the end of the day.
No, I'm just talking about there's no quarterbacks in the NFC.
Like I said, Purdy might be better than him when the shit hit the fan.
So when you say better, you talking statistically?
I'm talking eye test. You're gonna be like, oh, Purdy will give it to you however you want.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking just statistics. He wouldn't be top 2.
I'm gonna say Dak has a chance to have a better year than him. 49ers, because who they are, the 49ers will have a chance better than them. And a dark horse,
Kirk Cousins has a better chance.
Kirk, I ain't sleeping on Kirk. Yeah. And the cat for the Saints may be better than him.
Oh no, they gonna find out the hard way about Derek Carr.
Right.
they gonna find out the hard. I don't know why they just don't give my man Jameis a full opportunity. Shit.
he needs to be the Jets need to be looking up old Jameson.
Now that's what I was about to pose. That's what I was about to pose. If everybody is the Jets GM, what are you doing in your quarterback situation? Who you contacting? You digging up retirement. What's my man's name? The retired from Tom Brady. You digging up Tom Brady?
Here's the question, y'all. Do you make a call to Brady? If you're the GM, do you make a call to Brady?
Yeah,
I definitely call him.
I'm calling.
You call him, Hot Rod?
Nah. Nah. That shit done sell, man.
I'm calling him just to try
to that well.
Tom Brady not going nowhere where he has to, because it's going to take him months to get the system in that he runs. You remember he went to Tampa and he changed all his stuff around. He told Bruce Arians what we gonna run.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think he
and that motherfucker was leaking oil last year.
It was.
So no, I wouldn't call him. I mean, they fucked.
I think so too.
They fucked because there's nobody you can go out there and get. Because I heard them talking about Matt Ryan or Drew Brees. Like, the fuck out of here. Like,
nah.
They pretty much stuck with this Wilson character, and they gonna have to ride it out.
Wasn't he a top pick?
Yeah, he was a top 5 pick. Second round overall pick.
Yeah, number 2.
Yeah, second overall pick.
Well, they need to call Dallas and get Trey Lance and let them two battle.
All right, let's go with this since you brought it up. 49ers invested everything into Trey Lance and then shipped them over to Dallas Cowboys. I'm gonna start with you, Ant. What's your thoughts on that?
He had to go.
This would have been good to ask you last week prior to the first game, you know.
No. The answer still stay the same. He had to go. He was causing distraction. People be asking, you already committed to Purdy. He just got to go. He just gonna cause distraction. And then he let Sam Darnold come in. That's easy. He back up. He know his role. Everybody, because of everything they gave up, he was gonna always put pressure on whoever was starting.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he had to go, to get him out the locker room so everybody can know this is our guy, this is what we're running with. There's no more distraction about if and when Trey Lance is going to get a chance.
But Ant, was that really a distraction? Because he wasn't beating none of the motherfuckers out.
Right.
Was it really a distraction?
You know how it is. The locker room be 50-50. Or some people be like, well, you never gave him a chance. You didn't give him an opportunity. You looking for Purdy to have one bad game, and then you'll be like, well, give Trey a shot. No, he just got to go. I don't think he was the answer. And we're on a Super Bowl ready team. The team believe in Purdy. He just, quiet as it's kept, I think Purdy said he got to go. And they had to let him go. It's better for the team.
I mean, the team is. That's what I was saying. Like when Garoppolo was there, the team was 100% behind Garoppolo. Like they was behind him all the way. That was their guy.
I wouldn't say they was 100% behind him.
They were. Because he won games. Like
he won games, but every year they was like, should they trade him?
No. They was behind Garoppolo. He won. From the moment he came over here as a second-round pick from New England, he won the last 6 games of the year. Then the next year, when he played, he won regular season games.
Wait,
the problem with him, he got hurt.
Okay, so when they made Trey Young start, was Garoppolo hurt?
At that point, they was moving on. They was going to trade him.
So how were they behind him?
Because
they
had gave up draft capital. They had gave up the draft capital to move up number 3 to get Lance.
Right.
Them 3 number 1s and the number 2 is who Garoppolo could match. They say Garoppolo took us as far as he can go. We need a quarterback that can go higher and do more. And they thought Trey Lance was that person. And they invested all them draft picks and capital. So they was going to trade. That's the reason why they was like, he got to go. But they couldn't find nobody to trade him with the first year because he was coming off an injury. So they kept him. And then he came around. Lance got hurt. He played again. And then this year, he's just like, you just got to go.
If I'm Purdy, I put in my work, get my numbers up. I'll leave that organization.
He Mr. Irrelevant.
I wouldn't trust them as far as the rock. You could throw a rock because how they did Garoppolo with Trey Lance and then turn around and ship both of them off. Like, there ain't no damn loyalty.
They committed to the
it ain't about loyalty. They just fucked up. They gambled on and they gambled on Lance and they fucked up. And they did what a lot of people won't do. They got up off of it. So a lot of people will hold on to just prove that they're right instead of sometimes just saying fuck it. You know, we fucked that one up. Let's move on from this and see what we got. You know, do something else.
Zach Wilson. That's exactly what Rodney explained. That's what the Jets won't do with Zach Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
But I would just like to see him play. Just get an opportunity to play, man. I mean, it seems like he'd have been a perfect fit for what Shanahan wants to do. You know, because they ain't traditional drop back passing. He needs guys that throw little short dump offs, roll out, hit people on crossing routes. It ain't, gotta be, you don't gotta be Tom Brady to run the offense. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I think he'd have been great for Shanahan. What he do, it's a perfect quarterback.
You talking about Trey Lance?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that's what they was thinking, but he didn't really get an opportunity.
Do you think it was injuries or was he not good enough?
I don't think he was good enough. You can't say he didn't get no opportunity. He
did.
He got on the field.
When he became a star, the first game he played in the monsoon in Chicago. The second game he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
And he couldn't do enough to beat out. Well, I don't even think he gave him a chance this year. I think it was Purdy all the way, just because on the strength of what he did last year. I don't think they gave him a fair chance.
He couldn't beat out Darnold. That's who he had to beat out.
He couldn't beat out Darnold.
You're right.
And like, if I'm the 49ers, you got two people that was drafted third overall. One by another organization. He coming in more prepared, better in the preseason. Trey Lance, at this point, you third quarterback, so that's why they had to trade him or cut him.
Yeah, we gotta get something for him.
Okay, so let's move on from that. Let's go with this week NFL first week. Let's go with your hot team right now. Let's pick our hot team and who you think going to the Super Bowl. Just early predictions, week one. Early predictions. I'm gonna start out with you, Howard. Who you got? What you saw last week versus?
I don't know if I got a hot team after one game.
I know.
I mean, but shit, I think we kind of we broached this topic
last week,
and I'm gonna stick with what I said last week. It's gonna come down to Philly and San Francisco in the NFC. And Cincinnati and KC in the AFC. I will say I'm not buying that Miami Dolphins stock. So if anybody want to ride with them, I'll take those bets. But I ain't riding with that hype.
What about the Dallas Cowboys in the NFC?
I got them. I got them.
What's different?
You said we got Mike McCarthy calling plays,
and that's a good thing.
We got Tony Pollard back there, Speedy Gonzalez.
Okay, I don't see nothing different just as of yet, so we'll see.
Their defense is different.
Their defense was great last year.
Yeah.
But they leveled up.
How?
They added another shutdown corner. So now it's
Who?
no more weak links in the back in the
Gilmore.
secondary.
Stephon Gilmore ain't no shutdown corner.
Man, he is on our squad.
I mean, 5 years ago he was, but he's not a shutdown corner. Now,
Yeah,
is he a
still got
good
some juice in him.
compliment? He's a
Still
good
got some juice in
compliment to Trayvon Diggs.
Hold on. When did Trayvon Diggs become a shutdown corner?
He's not.
He ain't no shutdown
He
corner.
just
He give up
he's Jerry
he give
Black.
up just as many as he take.
Huh?
I said he give up just as many as he take.
Yeah, he a gambler. Ain't no shutdown corner.
Hey, all I know is that quarterback better read Stephon Diggs correctly, or that motherfucker will get picked.
All I know is that quarterback ought to give him a little shoulder shimmy.
He's done.
He's trying to play catch up.
Hey, hot
He's
team.
right.
Hot
I
team.
know who the hot team.
Not the Rams.
You go in Seattle and you beat them by 20? You go in Seattle and you beat them by 20? Come on.
They're gonna have to do that again at the end of the year, dog.
Come on. You go to Seattle. So they the hot team.
Seattle was garbage going in.
Hey, look.
Geno Smith is who we think he is.
Geno coming off a Pro Bowl year, and he got shut down. So that's the hot team. The Rams are the hot team. Now, the teams that are going to the Super Bowl, I'm gonna say that them Niners, man, them boys. I hate this. Pains me to say, them motherfuckers. They are legit, man. You don't go to Pittsburgh and hand an ass whooping like that in Pittsburgh. I mean, you just don't do that, man. I mean, and then I like Miami. So I'm taking them Miami bets. When Hot Rod get back, I'm taking them Miami bets. I like them. I like them.
You got them going to the Super Bowl?
I got Miami against the Niners in the Super Bowl. In Vegas. Miami and the Niners.
All right.
He said he got a standing bet every week. Anytime you want, he got them Dolphins.
I ain't say that, but we'll take a look every week if you want.
All right.
Well,
So you say the Rams or I walked away once you said the Rams were the hot team.
Or the hot team. You gonna go into Seattle, the 12th man? And you toss them boys around like that?
Yeah.
Man. They the hot
So,
team.
Well, how about this? Who was the most? Well, if you say that, then there's only one team. But who was the most impressive out of all the teams? Who was the most impressive in NFC? Who was the most impressive in the AFC?
My Super Bowl picks. I think the Niners.
To me, AFC. I think to me the most impressive was Miami. I think the thing is, can Tua stay healthy? You know what I'm saying? Like what they did against the Chargers. That was a shootout. I expected the Chargers to win, but I didn't pick them in our little pick. But they were the most impressive. I think I think their wide receiver combo is going to put a lot of pressure on defenses and cornerbacks and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They just got to get a running game. They got a decent defense. They got to get a running. They got to establish and learn.
They got a decent defense.
Yeah, they got a decent.
You just said it was a shootout.
But when you playing against another high caliber offensive team, shit, it's pressure on both ends. You know what I'm saying? So
the Chargers are professional losers.
Yeah,
they find a way to lose every year.
That's the side note. What the fuck up with the Chargers, man?
Yeah, I get that.
They like the Buffalo Bills,
but
no,
the Miami Dolphins offense is not better than the Chargers offense.
I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. But
the Chargers remind me of the old school Raiders. They got talent all up and down their team, but they find a way to lose.
It's the coach.
Yeah, I say coaching.
You're a coach, man.
They got the other Bosa. They got talent. Both sides of the ball.
They got what's the name too, right? Oh boy,
Matt.
they came from the Bears. Yeah, Khalil Mack.
Yeah, they got.
When you look at their team on
Derwin
paper,
James,
James. Man, they
when
got.
you look at their team on paper, you like them boys should be in. They should be almost in the Super Bowl. But every year, and that's why, for me, Herbert can't be ahead of Josh Allen. With all the talent they got, he keep getting L's.
What you want Herbert to do? I
Get
mean,
it done.
he just put up 40. What else can he do?
Man, I don't care what we put up.
and don't turn it over.
Yeah.
He don't turn it over.
Yeah, if Cats letting Tyreek Hill, they won't double him. You need to let Cats keep running past him. That's the coach, man. If they don't double team this cat, man, I'm like, this is shame.
I heard that they was going man all game.
Yeah, like, damn, like they gonna man Tyreek Hill, man. Come on, that's bad coaching. Bad coaching, man.
It's gonna pain me to say this, but I thought the most impressive team was the Cowboys. And that pain, and you know that pains me to say, but I think the Giants is decent, and they made them look like a bad team.
No, the 49ers were the most impressive team.
Yeah.
The Steelers are a good team, and they made them look like shit.
I don't think they are a good team, though. I
So
don't think they're a good team.
So that's the question. Who do you think is better, the Steelers or the Giants?
The Steelers.
The Steelers are better.
Yeah.
Steelers a killer jam.
Well, hold on.
Neither one of them got a quarterback.
Yeah.
But the Steelers just are better. They're gonna do what the Steelers do.
The Giants are not a good first half team organization. They're not good the first, let's say, 6-7 weeks. They start picking up their momentum, 7 weeks out, going towards the end of the season.
The motherfuckers got no skill possession players.
You know why, Squeak?
Why?
Because they play their division. They start playing they fucking dumbass skins. They beat up on the skins. They'll swerve run from the Cowboys. They'll get the Eagles snapping. I mean, they swerve, man.
But the Steelers can't put points on the board. They got
the Steelers got way more talent.
Points,
dude. Steelers got
all over the ball, all over the field.
Yeah,
like the Giants.
You believe they quarterback?
No, he's garbage.
All right.
And so is Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
But at least Pickett has options. Daniel Jones ain't got no options. They banking on Darren Waller to
they're banking on Barkley.
No receivers.
Yeah.
They got Barkley, and that's it.
Yeah.
They got offensive line terrible. I mean, that's not a good team. Not a good team at all. I don't think.
I would agree. I would agree. The 49ers, seeing Purdy perform, they were amazing. I got to give them credit.
The 49ers, man. The 49ers don't got, and I hate the 49ers. They don't got a fucking weakness on the whole team. Like, you can't name, they got a star on every part of the team. I mean, they gonna chill around 6 weeks, man. They
got a team that travels. They play you good at home and they play you good on the road, and like you said, to that point, they don't get flustered. They play you all 4 quarters. You know what I'm saying? Their issue has always been their quarterback play. Dude, with the quarterbacks not being healthy.
They just got it. They got a guy that just know his role.
He ain't trying to do too much.
He ain't doing too much.
But here's the thing. He has to stay healthy because if Sam Darnold come in that role, I do not see him doing what Purdy is doing.
Man, Shanahan ain't gonna let Sam Darnold fuck nothing up.
Yeah, I think Sam a motherfucking keep the motherfucking train on the track.
Train rolling.
I don't.
He won the playoff game throwing the ball 8 times.
Dude, that team is dummy proof, man. You put anybody back. That team is dummy proof. You got Debo, McCaffrey, Ayuk. You got the best left tackle in football. You got George Kittle. I mean, they loaded. Then you got Fred Warner, the cat that's the second coming of Palamuo on the
I forgot what his name is. I can't say his name.
Yeah. We don't want you trying.
Right.
Can you imagine what the 49ers would be going through if they pushed the button and got Aaron Rodgers, pulled them away from the
That'd be overkill, man. They'd have to stop the team. I mean, that'd be overkill. It'd be first.
But I saw some this week in that game in particular that I kind of been wanting to see. So,
Which game?
the San Francisco and Pittsburgh, because you got two of the strongest fan bases in football, and there was a lot of fucking red in Pittsburgh. It was a lot of fucking red. Like I haven't seen it like that in Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? I've seen Pittsburgh go to other places and do it, but I never really seen like another a team come take over Pittsburgh.
Rodney, we got a big jug of Kool-Aid right now. Every Niner fan from Drummond, everybody, we out now because we think it's super. The 49ers is Super Bowl or bust.
So you saying it's a lot of bandwagon?
Yeah.
So you the only die hard?
No.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I thought San Francisco had a strong fan base.
They not strong, but what I'm saying is we out now beating our chest. We coming in we coming into the season as everybody know we that team, y'all. Whoever the road to the Super Bowl is going through Frisco.
I get what you're saying, I'll always concede to you on the 49er issues, but the 49ers used to come here and take the motherfucking dome over. Yeah. And they weren't great. Mm-hmm. I ain't talking about when Jerry Rice. I'm talking about motherfucking Elvis Gerback or some motherfucking was quarterbacking. Like, man, it's ridiculous, man.
Just see what they're gonna do at SoFi next week. You're gonna see it's gonna be full.
When y'all played it, when they played the NFC Championship game, that was a road game for the Rams.
Yeah, it's just dumb, man.
That was a motherfucking road game.
Part of it too. San Diego's out in limbo. The Rams just not getting back. The 49ers is the bait. Oakland gone. 49ers is the only one left. So now that's their team. That's the only team that's been there for 20 years.
Mm-hmm. I have to switch topics, but I'm enjoying this. But what y'all think about Denver Broncos, man? What?
Let my man up there in the top left-hand corner speak on that shit.
Yeah, we gonna go to you first, Hughes.
We try to tell this nigga every year, but whatever.
Man, when I tell you I'm beyond disappointed, like them motherfuckers sold me a big ass bag of rocks. Like, y'all lost to the motherfucking Raiders. Like
Jimmy G, he a winner.
Hey, that was my most disappointing.
That was.
I was gonna ask you what. That was your most disappointing.
That was my most disappointing.
That was
my most disappointing.
See, y'all gonna learn. You're gonna learn about Russell Wilson, and you're gonna learn about Sean Payton. Some of that shine is about to come off motherfucking Sean Payton.
Yeah,
all the shine's gone off for Russell Wilson.
Man,
whether you want to recognize it or not.
So, is this Hall of Fame career done? He's no longer Hall of Fame material.
He'll get in. Russ.
Russell.
He'll be a Hall of Famer.
He'll get in.
He'll be a Hall of Famer.
I don't think he will.
Why not? He'll get in.
He got a Super Bowl
win. He can get in off of what he got right now.
2 appearances, yeah.
Yeah,
he should.
Nah.
He like the Seahawks all-time leading passer or something crazy like that. Plus, he got a Super Bowl. He's been doing the Super Bowl. I mean, he'll get in there.
Playoff, yeah, he'll get it.
What he's doing in Denver is I believe tarnishing his legacy.
Could be, but you can't erase the record books.
It didn't do it for Jerry Rice. Yeah.
Well, that's not that's not the same thing because Jerry Rice holds every fucking record in the book. So
Yeah.
And he went to Oakland and was a Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
So he was a Pro Bowler.
Yeah. Him and Tim Brown when they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Gannon. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Now when he went to Seattle and Denver and all that shit, then
yeah, he was 40. He was trying to play. Yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, if Russ, all they got to do if he puts up decent numbers the next 3 or 4 years, when you go back and look at it, he's a Super Bowl champion. If he got decent numbers, he'll get in. Now, one thing that hurts him is that he won't have an MVP because usually, there are a lot like Eli, he got 2 Super Bowl ring. Well, he got 2 MVPs, right?
Mm-hmm. 2 Super Bowl MVPs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he beat the undefeated Patriots.
Now there's a quarterback out there. All right, put your trivia hats on. Who's the quarterback that won 2 Super Bowls? Wait a minute. Damn, never mind. He wasn't the MVP. But there is somebody out there that won 2 Super Bowls that's not in the Hall of Fame.
Was that John Elway?
No,
he in the Hall of Fame.
Run 2 Super Bowls for the same team or different teams?
No, he won 2 Super Bowls with the same team, and he's not in the Hall of Fame.
And then LaMonica or something, or
Jim Plunkett.
He had a Raiders quarterback. I'm thinking of LaMonica. I knew it was a Raiders.
I thought Plunkett was in.
No, he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Well, he ain't never gonna get in there.
No,
but that's what I'm saying. He don't have an MVP to go with his name, so that's what I'm saying. That's gonna be something that's gonna hurt
Hinder Russell.
Like, yeah, he got that chip, but that from what I've read, he's never even got an MVP vote.
Never had an MVP vote. Nope.
I don't think
so. Marshawn Lynch got the MVP the year the Seattle won.
What's the name? Wasn't
I thought it was a DB.
No, it was a linebacker, wasn't it?
Linebacker, yeah.
Wasn't it Bobby Wagner?
Maybe Wagner, yeah. I knew it was somebody on defense.
Yeah, I think it was Bobby Wagner.
Okay. I don't remember who it was. I thought it was a cornerback or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, he was a defensive player, whoever it was.
Yeah.
I think it was Bobby Wagner though.
Okay.
But so yeah. Now that I think about it, it's gonna be close with him, especially if he on some bullshit these last 2-3 seasons.
He better turn it around. He's not getting in.
Hey, listen to this. No team has ever lost 40-0 or worse, lost a sack battle 7-0 or worse, lost a turnover battle 3-0 or worse, had a blocked field goal return for a touchdown, and threw a pick six in the same season. The Giants did that all in the first
in one game.
Yeah, okay. I'm thinking. I was thinking that's who that was. Okay, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that shit was
crazy.
My most disappointing team was the Kansas City Chiefs.
I told y'all
after week 1.
But Rodney saw that too. I saw the pick. Rodney and Hughes. Both of y'all picked that. Yeah.
What was the deciding factor for y'all? No Kelsey?
No Kelsey. They have no offense.
I was on it before Kelsey. I was on it, man. I was like, man.
Detroit showed me last year that they have a sleeper team. It's all about their coaching. You know what I'm saying? They have a bunch of talent that may not jump out on the paper, but they have a fast squad, defense and offensively. You know what I'm saying? They may not all put it together at the same time, but they showed me last year that they made – who did they prevent from getting into the playoffs?
Green Bay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They turned it on them like that, and that was just them being spiteful. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't going to lie to you. With all that being said, I tell you, San Diego is professional losers.
Mm-hmm.
I think Detroit are professional. They find a way to lose.
They
and they're going against Pat Mahomes.
They do, but they are so hard to
And
bet
truth be
against.
told, he dropped a dime in the bucket. Oh boy, just coughed up, just
They should have
dropped it.
lost. They should have
That was
lost.
the loss.
They should have lost. They should have took the L. Detroit should have lost that game.
Yeah,
But
they should have.
nobody saw Detroit hanging in there though
Nah.
at all.
Nah.
When I seen it when Kelsey went out, I said it's gonna be close.
I don't know, man. Kate, Detroit against KC in KC, first game of the season, Super Bowl. I mean, coming off. I mean, that's tough. That's a tough one to go in and take and get a dub.
Yeah, it's just the Mahomes players didn't rise to the occasion. That's all it was.
You never want to blame a person, but that Kadarius Toney.
Yeah.
Well, I saying, what would you say to him if he was on the bus going back to summer?
Man,
And
get your ass off here.
But you know what? You want him to do that in the first game of the season more so than in the Super Bowl.
So Hugh,
pass.
first game of the season against Eastside, and he do that. He getting on the bus, and you sit next to him like it's gonna be okay.
That don't really count on our conference record, so that's a non-conference game. So
Right,
you good. You good.
That one hurt, boy. It's your teammate, so you got to pick them up. But boy, that one hurt.
Yeah.
That would have hurt, man. I was like, oh man, this cat killing us.
Yeah, but my Super Bowl picks in the NFC is obvious who I'm picking. I mean, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
So you got
I'll be lying. I would tell you who I feel is the biggest threat.
Okay.
And oddly enough, I don't think it's Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's Philly. Honestly, I think it's going to be one of them other teams that come out of there, the field. I don't think their biggest threat is them two teams.
Really?
I think we match up against them two teams good.
I think that's where the threat is.
Just like we match up against the Rams good. I just think it's going to be one of them other teams that we don't match up well against is where the threat. So
who don't y'all match up against?
Like
who don't y'all match up against?
New Orleans don't never do us right. I don't understand. It's certain teams we just don't match up. Minnesota don't match up real again.
Yeah, I can see that. Minnesota.
It's some other. Dallas, we know how to beat them.
Right.
Philly, I think we know how to beat them. I think we're better than them. They're going to try to do what we do. I think we're better at it than them. I think it's going to be the Minnesota. That's the team that the Minnesotas, the Saints, them are the kind of teams that come get.
Wait a minute. I've been offline for a second. What the fuck are we talking about?
So Anthony is giving his threat to the 49ers.
There's only one threat, and that game has to be played in Philadelphia.
That's it?
I think Philly can beat them anywhere, though.
That's it. Nah.
I think Philly can beat them anywhere.
I think they gotta have them. I think Philly gotta get that game at home.
That's what the Niners can't do. They can't just swerve up and lose here and there. They can't let the Rams beat them and lose like home field advantage. You know what I'm saying? They can't be sleep at the wheel. That's the only thing they got. Because I think they get up for big games, man. They get up for big games.
So
they get up for big games, and they mess around and let Minnesota, New Orleans, they let them swerve teams. You be like, what happened?
Nah, the only way they will lose to New Orleans is if it's in New Orleans, because with New Orleans is a whole different animal in New Orleans. Like they'll play anybody or beat anybody in New Orleans.
Yeah.
But no, I have to go against you, Blade. I know I said I was gonna concede to you because you're the motherfucking 49ers fan.
I think we're gonna
I can't go with you on that.
I think we're gonna beat all of them. But to me,
of course you do.
The ones that scare me more is them little side pocket teams, not the top. because, like I said, I think they get up for them big games.
Mhm.
So I think they're gonna be ready. But them damn Minnesota Vikings or Saints, you be like, I'll be sitting there about ready to throw the TV off the wall.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're
That's
really
them the
wasn't a
ones I worry about.
whole lot of action up in the AFC other than Philly, San Francisco. You know,
The NFC.
we think I said NFC. See, I think Detroit gonna win the Central.
Mhm.
This is North, whatever it's
See,
called.
like that's a team. Like that's a team right there. Talking about giving the Niners trouble. Detroit, they'll fuck around and give them some trouble, man.
That's
They'll
what
just
I'm saying.
dog walk their ass up and down the field because
Mhm.
that's because they big like them. You know, they'll like
Yeah.
we'll just go 1-on-1 and we'll beat you up in there. Them cats up front. Them some boys. Then they got two good running backs. Man,
And
that's
they got Jameson coming back. When he
Yeah.
come back, he the
They
deep
got
threat.
They got Golf who know how to play the 49ers. They got a good receiver. They got a good running game. They got a hell of a line. And they'll sleep on them and get them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll sleep on them and get them.
And in the AFC, I hate to go chalk, but the Chiefs. I don't see none of the other teams knocking the Chiefs off right now.
I think the
I
Chiefs
can't
need to lose. I think that you're right. I think the Chiefs needed to lose.
Well, let me throw this in. On
I
paper,
mean, we want them to lose because they've been so dominant. Cincinnati still kind of swerved. I ain't all the way bought in on Cincinnati yet. I know they do. I ain't bought in, and I don't see nobody else.
Let me ask you all this: are you all buying into Deshaun Watson this year in the Browns? Is it over with?
I think them chicks massaged all the talent up out of his ass. Because it ain't there no more. Now I understand he hasn't played in 2 years, but he had a whole off season, a whole training camp.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like
No. So here's the thing.
I mean, I know it was raining.
There we go. There you go.
So
That
I guess
one
So really, to me, this weekend with good weather is where we really should be able to see what Deshaun Watson is made of.
Who they got?
He left in the tank.
Who they got? You know who they got?
Nah. Shit.
I mean, I've seen some motherfuckers play some ball in the rain now.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. That rain in every game that they had good rainstorms. It wasn't, even Joe Burrow wasn't on point with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we give both of them a pass.
They played since they haven't beat Cleveland in the last 4 or 5 games.
That's a
rain or no rain,
Yeah, Cleveland got their number.
They do.
But in 3-week preseason, it's gonna be murky play. I gotta give Deshaun a full 8 games, and then I evaluate what he done.
So they got
give me 8 games, and then I can evaluate if he back or not. I can't do it off of week 1.
They got the Colts. You said they got the Colts, all right? They got the Colts.
They at Pittsburgh on Monday night.
Oh yeah.
So now we gonna see. We gonna see if he for real or not. Because y'all
ain't gonna be good.
Y'all tell me Pittsburgh is solid.
No bueno. They gonna kill the Browns. I'm calling it.
So you got Pittsburgh?
Hell yeah, I got Pittsburgh.
Make it light on yourself.
You make it light on yourself. I got Pittsburgh all night.
Give it. I'll send you a separate message.
All right, all night.
Yeah, they play Pittsburgh again in November.
Don't be swerving and talking about some. No, give me the Niners in this one and then no.
Because he good for that.
Don't swerve.
Said they coming to LA in December to play your squad.
Who?
The Browns. Yeah. December 3rd.
I bet that one.
Yeah, Deshaun, like I said, they massaged all the juice out of that nigga because he does not look like he looked lost.
He don't, man.
He looked lost.
And I saw that last year, but you know,
I was
like
giving
you
him
said,
coming off of the
try to give it to
suspension.
week 6.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to give
and
it to week 6.
and I said it earlier. Lamar Jackson, we gonna that nigga. I don't think that motherfucker's. So when he won the MVP in 2019, and that's it. He's never going to be better than that.
You might be right. That might be his high water. That might be his high water mark.
And now, that's cool if he stay up at that level, but he ain't. To me, he's steadily coming down. Like,
You know why? Because they try to make him more of a passer.
Then he got
Why
weapons.
not stick to what got you there?
Because he gonna get hurt.
Yeah, he gonna get hurt.
Somebody knocked the shit. I mean, they ain't gonna hurt that dude, man. You can't be running around. You can't be running around.
And they gonna have somebody spying on him every time you play against him.
Like you finna see this kid for Indianapolis Colts. He finna get hurt. Man, he can't throw. He already hurt. He got hurt the first game. Man, you can't. It's the NFL, man. You can't be running around like it's goddamn College Station.
So, I actually thought he played kind of well though.
He did, but he got hurt.
Yeah,
yeah, he did.
Basically, you saying they can't sustain it. Him running around all the field like that.
That's what happened to RG3. That's why he's not in the NFL no
He
more.
got cats double your size just as fast as you and hit hard. I mean, motherfuckers hit hard. So
running at you full speed that you don't see.
Yeah, you can't sustain that, man.
Nah.
So you gotta learn how to get down.
Yeah.
So basically, even though I think I saw a stat, there were 14 starting black quarterbacks in the league this past week 1.
That's dope. That's dope.
Something along those lines.
That's dope.
So
we need some head coaches.
Huh?
I said we need some head coaches.
Yeah, but not getting off into that. But so what's my question? So what you saying what you said about it's not, you can't last that way. So if you can't last as a quarterback that way, as an organization, why would I invest in that if I know that it's not going to pay off for me in the long run? Because who's the running? Well, I know Squeak is going to answer this question, but who's the running quarterback or mobile quarterback to that effect? Who's won a Super Bowl? Because of what he did, not necessarily because he had a great defense and Percy Harvin ran back a kickoff and other than that,
I don't think so. I don't think there's been one, has it?
Right. Well, I was throwing jabs at Squeak, but I don't know if he picked
I
up.
did. I knew. I was letting them answer. Yeah, I know Russell Wilson.
I knew Russell
Wilson. Well, but that Super Bowl win had much more to do with the Legion of Boom.
Yeah.
Than it had to do with him.
So do you feel like that if they would have won that second one?
Wouldn't have been more. It'd have been Marshawn, wouldn't it? Wouldn't Marshawn got that second?
Yeah.
But
getting back to the question, if with black quarterbacks being more mobile and whatnot, as a GM, why? I mean, devil's advocate, huh?
Truth be told, Baltimore is thinking about that same thing, and they wasn't trying to pay Lamar that because they thinking like you thinking. It just don't end well.
But they weren't willing to part ways with him
because they built the offense around.
They stuck. As a GM, Rodney, you invest into a player, right? But then you try to show a player like this is how you can stay healthy long term. You make adjustments. You don't have to always run out the pocket. Get rid of the damn ball. You know what I'm saying?
But then they take away from your strength.
But here's the thing. Notice the black quarterbacks that's coming in now. They ain't solely runners no more. Only one that's solely runner is Richardson because he ain't got a lot of experience. But that motherfucker from Carolina, Stroud, those boys throw the ball. They ain't no
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields is probably the last one. He's probably he terrible. That boy is terrible.
Yeah, listen, he has a strong arm. He's just not as
Hold
active.
on.
He has a great arm.
You saying that Hurts, Fields, and Richardson. Them
Hurts,
3 years in a row, 3 different quarterbacks that's all run first.
but look, but now look what you got. You got Mahomes. You got the number 1 pick from Carolina. He not a runner. You got Stroud. He not a runner. You
Don't
got
forget about Dak.
Dak. He not a runner. These cats compare. Shador Sanders. He not a runner. Caleb Williams. He's not a runner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got boys that know how to play quarterback now, and they can run.
But
So now
the
we
thing
get
is,
the
you
best
need to
of
do
both
both in
worlds.
the NFL.
Yes, absolutely. Yep,
That's what
So
Deshaun
basically-
Blues.
Basically, you're getting black Aaron Rodgers.
absolutely. You're cornering the market in this motherfucker.
You know, you're getting the black Aaron Rodgers basically because before he got old, he could get loose if he
Mhm.
needed to,
Mm-hmm. But he'd rather not.
but he'd rather not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you as a GM, you're going to invest, but you want your best to keep them long term. So you want to have them adjust their ability and make them think more. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really what it's about. You utilize your talent, but shit, you ain't always got to use your feet. Shit, this motherfucker's 250 some pounds chasing you.
Right.
I think we talked about it before, but if I was Baltimore, I wouldn't have gave that money to
you
Yeah,
committed.
no-
I committed, and you got the whole offense built around them. You mean you pot committed? I mean, what you gonna turn the whole thing down?
And it leaves a bad taste in the league for your organization. That man got an MVP. You know what I'm saying? With your organization, you're not gonna pay him.
You done
Who
did all
trying to come
that.
there and play for you?
You had your own. You had him had his own coordinator, running game. I mean, you had you were just committed.
Mhm.
You can't be like, nah, we fucked up.
I ain't gonna lie, I would have signed and traded him.
Who want him?
Teams like the Jets would have took him.
Uh,
Now
Before
with
was out there,
Nathaniel
there's
Hackett.
teams out there that would take him. The Tennessee Titans.
Man, the fucking Atlanta Falcons were the only team that probably would have took him. I mean,
Miami. I think Miami would have been a good fit.
Yeah, we
Miami would've
talked
been a good fit,
we
but
talked
he
about
was
that, but
yeah.
them knowing Tua, shit, they need to get Tua 2 run. Shit,
No,
Tua gonna get fucked
two
up.
is Glass Joe out there.
man.
They trying to keep them in some bubble wrap.
That nigga one head slap away from being out,
Yeah,
from
they-
being done. Shit.
I've
If
never
he-
That
seen a
guy-
quarterback that falls the way he falls, man. He falls like a 2-year-old. Like,
If he get one more concussion, his career is over.
yeah, and I pray he don't. I pray he don't. You know,
I ain't never in my life heard nobody getting trained on how to fall.
Dude, look, that's what I'm saying, man. These guys too big and too athletic and too fast. Like that dude
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. See, I
Yeah.
got something I want to bring up just to get you guys' opinion.
okay.
Is USA basketball dominance over the world over?
No.
man,
Been on
because
the roster.
we don't see like
Did you see the Raya?
like
They
Jason-
said all B and C list players.
yeah.
Okay. Now, think about what you're saying. B and C list players.
Yeah.
Who are the best players in the league?
European players, but you talk
Luka,
about European players, but
Giannis,
yeah,
the Joker.
yeah.
Okay, so now, once you get past them, well, LeBron ain't there, and KD ain't there, and Steph ain't. These motherfuckers are damn near like LeBron is in year 21.
Oh man,
Like, our best, we don't have the best American players. They ain't good enough.
we have the
They ain't never-
we have the best collection of players. We don't have the best player. Like you seeing Ja Morant, you seeing Jason Tatum, you seeing the other kid from Boston, you seeing. I mean, we could
Anthony Davis.
You seeing Jaren Jackson again, the center. You seeing Anthony Davis. Shit, man, you could put a squad over there and Achilles boys, but
Okay.
in the Olympics, you'll see.
Okay, I'm not saying I just posed the question to say is it over because and my reason for saying that was because your top 5 players, 3 of them 3 of them are European.
100%.
But
One thing that I can
And
say,
then, Anthony Davis is, can't trust him. John
But-
Morant can't trust him.
Can't trust the side.
But-
So
but the difference too is they're playing European style basketball and not NBA. That's a little different.
what is European style basketball?
It's some stuff that's be going on. It's just different.
It ain't no
What, I mean,
goddamn difference.
but what is that? I mean, you say they're playing European style, but define that for me. Like, what is that?
Better shooters than anything. But man, you got Booker. Man, we could put a squad over there. It'd be crazy, man. You got Booker. You got it's so many stars.
Even I even think they need to get one team. They let a team led by Dennis Schroeder beat them. To me, I just the team that played. Did you see the game?
I didn't
They
see
didn't play no defense.
Yeah. Nah.
Okay,
And they're not gonna play no defense. They're not real teammates. They don't give a shit.
So a B team USA team couldn't beat a German team with one NBA player on it.
Shit, that's what it looked like.
That shit don't
They
add up
would
to me.
have
Because
been,
to me,
been better off sending some college kids over there than what they sent.
because to
Them
me,
cats
a
didn't-
B
they
team,
was just like doing it.
a B team USA team, a team made up of B team NBA players should be able to beat a German team with one NBA player on it.
But I would think that those are still semi-pro professionals, whether they're just foreign.
They are.
Yeah,
they
so
are. But the NBA, you have to admit the NBA is the top of the talent.
Yeah. So, but the players you sending over there still need to be skilled and still need to gel. Because
I understand that, but if I'm sending a B team over there, not my A team, but my B team, they should still be able to beat a German team with 1 or 2 NBA players.
They still should come away with gold.
We see it out. We've seen it before. This ain't the first time that a team we sent over there didn't place. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it before. A lot of those made up U.S. teams, they don't gel well.
No, we've only seen it twice.
No, I ain't saying from the Olympics. I'm saying like we've seen U.S. teams go over to seas and get whooped on.
What teams are you talking about?
Shit, I've seen before Kobe joined the U.S. team. Before he joined that Olympic squad,
that was the team that lost in Greece. I mean, they got the bronze medal in Greece.
Yeah,
but
like
there was another team that didn't even place. They finished 6th.
Who?
One of them Olympic teams.
Yeah, sure did.
What Olympic team? Not an Olympic team.
I don't know. One of the
FIBA team. I think it was. I think it was having a FIBA team. I think that finished in 6th. I think it was a FIBA.
Yeah.
It was a world championship team that didn't play.
And what time frame are we talking about?
It was before Redeem team. It was before LeBron. It was before Redeem team.
I think it was Jason Kidd's team. I thought.
Yeah.
Jason Kidd.
That's still around that same. That's the same team that lost in Greece.
Is it okay?
Because they got bronze in Greece. I should say that was 2004. The Redeem team was 2008, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
They came back from that. So we haven't lost anything since 2008 except this, right?
Right.
We haven't lost since 2008 except this. It's the first time we lost.
I thought it was one. I thought it was
lost
one
the game, but we haven't lost the
overall tournament.
The overall tournament, right?
Yeah. They're not undefeated, but we win the tournament.
I can just tell you, I looked at most of them games. It was bad. It was really bad.
They don't play good as a team, as a unit.
Well,
they only have one player. Brunson was terrible. Ingram was terrible.
Terrible. Anyway.
It was all them cats. I'm sitting here like, man, what's going on?
The only player he really had, right?
To me, it's a bigger. I mean, it's a bigger issue. It ain't necessarily the talent. To me, it's a style of play. like what's this? What is the style of play in the NBA? Shoot a three?
Shoot a three.
ISO, pick and roll.
Nope. Shoot a three.
No, shoot a three.
Shoot a three.
So
matter what.
there's no teamwork. There's no ball movement. So to me, that's the difference that you'll see in those other Europe in the other nations that have some talent. Like there's ball movement. There's not just dribble up the court, shoot a three, or the first motherfucker who opens shoot a three.
Yeah.
There's actually a game plan with it.
Yeah.
So to me, that's
somebody on the NBA bench that can't get no time. He out there lighting them up for 10 threes coming off of. I'm like,
dude,
what is going on?
It's NBA hard to watch sometimes, man. It's just hard to watch.
Yeah,
that's the way we grew up watching it. It's just this shit they be doing there.
Yeah, it's hard, unless you're a diehard Lakers fan or something.
That's it. That's only I only can watch Laker games. I don't watch that.
I wait till the playoffs, then I get into it. Shit.
Hard to watch.
Well, let's wrap this up, fellas. This is episode 9. Like, share, follow, subscribe.
We ain't got no sports swerts of the weeks or nothing like that.
Yeah, I kick it off. Well, hold on. Before we wrap this out, let's do this. This is the last little question I want to ask. Undisputed versus First Take.
Oh, okay.
What's your thoughts? Let's throw that shit up in the air. I'm rocking with First Take Monday and Tuesday. I like the Shannon and Stephen A combo together. It sounded good on paper, but actually, I like it. I like it seeing it live. Even though he keep calling Stephen A Skip, I'm okay with it. That make me laugh. But to me, I say First Take is killing them.
Look, I agree with you. I think, man, Shannon is just funny to me, man. I can just watch him and interact with people. He just get everybody laughing, man. He call people nicknames. I mean, he just get it's fun. It's a good listen.
Mm-hmm.
And damn, Skip done lost control of his show. Right. He can't get in a word. He done lost complete control of that show, boy. That boy.
They about ready to kick his butt clean off the panel, like, bruh.
Right.
Man, it seemed like they was filming that shit in the alley. When Michael Irvin stood up and pulled that blazer back, I'm like, wait, what the fuck going on? Are they on? Is this live? Like,
boy, he done lost all control. I do like Keyshawn, though. I like Keyshawn. I do like Keyshawn, but I'm with you, Squeak. I like First Take. I like First Take when I can't watch First Take regularly, but when Shannon on, I can watch it, man.
There you go.
I don't know, but I do like Keyshawn. I enjoy Keyshawn, though.
Me too. Come on, Ant. What's your pick?
I told y'all after that first week of Undisputed, I started to turn on the Brady Bunch. I couldn't do it. It was chaotic. If he was smart, he would get rid of Sherm and the playmaker and maybe bring them in as a segment during the week and just rock with him and Keyshawn Monday through Friday.
Mm-hmm.
As far as First Take, I'm okay with it. With Shannon, he's kind of funny. I can't mess with First Take on the day Shannon out there though. Yeah, right. I don't. The mad dog, whoever them other jokers are, it's just back to the Brady Bunch.
Before you go, Rod, one thing that annoys me is Molly. Man, she just keep jumping. She try to she like a teacher, man. She got to keep this straight. No, man, you got to let the conversation go to where the conversation go.
I do like that because what Undisputed is doing with letting Skip try to do that is horrible. They need a moderator.
They need someone to keep control. Yeah. To stay on topic and structure.
I do like, but man, it's about to get good, and she be like stopping it, and I'm like, damn, don't stop it. Let him talk.
Stephen A does the same shit. You could be in a point and he'll flip the topic. The topic could be what the Jets gonna do with Aaron Rodgers, and he'll switch the whole damn topic about whatever. Like, man, what this got to do with the damn debate? Go ahead, Rod.
For me, it's neither.
Mm.
I'm not impressed with First Take.
Mm.
To be honest, like I'm not a Stephen A. person.
Mhm.
Like he seems, I don't know. I don't fuck with Stephen A.
Mhm.
I guess if he played it, more, it's like he tries too hard sometimes to be like cool or
Mhm.
to be like, let you know who he is and all that. Just so that kind of gets in the way of things for me. Shannon is Shannon, obviously. So I don't know I don't know why they came to the conclusion of only having him Monday and Tuesday.
Right.
Because to me, that's gonna fuck with him because you're gonna tune in Monday and Tuesday to see Shannon. Wednesday through Friday, you ain't
Right.
fucking with it.
Right.
And so that gives Skip and his cronies an opportunity to take over. And that's a good point that you all made about, like, Skip did. I think he overcompensated.
Yeah.
Like, losing Shannon was huge. Obviously, he was
Mhm.
the show. So Skip went overboard in trying to bring in talent when he didn't have to. Just bring in somebody that you can go against. And if you want to have them other dudes talk about something, then you can have segments or whatever. But to have the motherfucker all them at the table and yelling and screaming, and Skip, he can't get no control. They ain't got no moderator no more. They ain't got nobody to be like, hey, hold up. It's just, yeah. So I honestly, like, Monday and Tuesday, I'll check out Shannon and Steve, but as much as I can until Steve get on my nerves. So basically, I'm going back and forth.
Mhm.
Like, to me,
Skip do still he do got Prime coming on every week, so he still got some good guests. But I just look at his clips. I can't look at the show with all four of them on there.
Well, I'm definitely watching. I'm definitely watching First Take this Friday because they're gonna be in Colorado, and so Shannon gonna be on this Friday.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely watching that.
Mhm.
oh, speaking of that, what do you all think? I mean, I know we're trying to cut it off, but the celebrity turnout,
Fanboy.
the celebrity turnout for at Colorado.
It's
I think
good.
I think it's dope. I actually think I think it's dope. I
Yeah.
mean, they acted. I think they act them. I think no matter who comes, they act accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
I don't think Dion play that goofy shit. So I think why if you notorious for doing silly shit, I think all that shit halt when you get there. So I think they do respect Dion enough to not bring that dumb shit to the campus. But I think it's dope as a player. Fucking Sapp. You see Warren Sapp and fucking Cameron and the playmaker Gillian Waller. I mean, it's just cool, man. It's just cool to be around
Part,
all that. I think.
a part of recruiting,
Yeah,
kind of like the allure of being in LA. You gonna be in front of all the stars and all that. And Dion saying basically he got pulled. He can get people to Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of what he was doing in Jackson State. He was having like the rappers come talk to his players and stuff like that. Stuff that we kind of I can't say I was privy of seeing that it done from other historical black colleges and stuff like that. I know Eddie George is a football coach, but I don't know if he gets that same pull like Dion, and I think that's just phenomenal as a as a former athlete to be in the locker room and here come I ain't gonna say one of your idols, but a guy you look up to, what I'm saying, talking to you all, you know what I'm saying? I just think that's dope, man,
yeah.
support.
I think I don't think there is another person, another former player who brings the same intent, the same mix to the table. Like Ray Lewis has a great personality. I mean,
Mhm.
I mean, he has a good personality for a coach, let's say, and he has that stardom. but he ain't Deion.
Right. I agree.
Because and you Squeak, you said something about Deion being their idol. They never seen Deion play. They don't know shit about him playing. I mean, they know he was a player and Hall of Fame and all that, but that ain't they fuck with Deion because of Deion and his swagger and what he brings to the table. So people people were mad he left and he could have brought more. If he was at Jackson State, he could have brought more former players to other HBCUs, and they could have done the same thing. No, they couldn't, because there's only one prime time.
Yeah, I agree.
There's only one.
Agree. That's the thing. Ed Reed tried it. Eddie George tried it. They not even getting the buzz
Right.
that Deion did from the moment he stepped foot at Jackson State.
And you see commercial after commercial with him. You follow what I'm saying? I see him and his son in the commercial. I think that's so dope.
Just like he always said, he is him.
Right.
He is that dude.
Yeah.
You can't I can't even think about it. If you wanted to go back, who else could be another?
I think Tom Brady, without a doubt. I think if Tom Brady was to be a head coach, I think he would draw the same type of attention like that. Because he's considered a GOAT as well.
He would draw attention, but not the same type of attention.
Yeah, remember Deion.
He's not flamboyant like that, but
that's
part of it.
That's a major part of it. His
flamboyance.
Yeah.
People gonna love and hate him, but guess what? Everybody gonna come see it.
Don't tune in. He talk the talk and walk the walk.
Like there's only one prime time. You can. Like if LeBron wanted to be a head coach, it still would not have that same magnitude.
And that says a lot. It's not like Deion, just retired 3 years ago.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like, right. You motherfuckers don't know shit about him playing with the 49ers. Like,
right.
Yeah. That was 30 years ago.
I think it's the Jordan effect. His name, carry that weight. The man, the myth, the legend.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I agree.
Yeah. Well, let's wrap this up, fellas. Once again, this is episode 9. Pod Deep on Sports. Like, follow, share. Tell a friend.
I thought we had swerps.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm tripping. Go ahead. Kick y'all swerps off. I don't have no swerp this week. Kick y'all swerp off.
I got one. Swerp of the week for me. The New York Football Giants. Ain't no way. Division game, you open up the season and put that kind of performance on the field. Totally not prepared in no way. Swerp of the week.
Swerp of the week for me is Izzy getting beat up by that. Getting beat up. I didn't even see the fight. I just saw clips. I was like, this Adesanya?
Mm-hmm.
So he got his ass handed to him by that boy after talking all that shit, which you normally do. So that's my swerp of the week. My
sports swerp of the week, I'm going to give it to Deshaun Watson, man. I think you got to get your shit together, man. You created such a quarterback frenzy with the guaranteed money, and it don't look like it's panning out, man. That was a bad first game.
Okay. And I don't have a sports swerp of the week. I got a honorary swerp of the week, just a swerp of the week, and it's we ain't been on we ain't been podding for a while. What was it? Oh, Melly Mel and that diss that he did against Eminem. Wow. He's my swerp. Yeah. That shit.
You need to put the Kool-Aid down, man.
That shit would have been hidden in '83, but in 2023, nah. And I ain't even an Eminem fans, but it's like, come on, dude. How you?
It was so bad he had to apologize for it.
Yeah, that was tasteless, man. Like that was tasteless.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Follow, like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to episode 10. We'll see you guys again. Signing out. Pod Deep on Sports.
Peace.